Welcome back to Man Across New Horizons. I'm Day Darling. I shall see what's going on the lovely island of Fawnhollow today. Well, today is the 22nd of February 2022. The fable 22222. Wait, hold on. 222 day, you know? Because it's also a Tuesday. If you might want to say it with a bit more of a Manchester. Hold on. What do you call an accent for Manchester? I don't know. But my old chemistry teacher used to pronounce it like that, so sometimes I still say Tuesday as well. Tuesday and Thursday. I don't know why, because that's whenever we used to get set chemistry homework. But anyway, hello there everyone. Right now in Fawnhollow, it's 3:29 p.m. on Tuesday, February 22nd, 2022. So we got a lot of terrible twos, as I say. It's got nothing really to do with dates, I suppose. I think terrible twos is kind of like when kids start becoming a lot more annoying to look after. You know, like when they're baby, they're kind of like, they're babies. Babies don't really do that much, but twos is when they start being like annoying or something. I don't know. I'm not a parent. Don't quote me on that. That's just what I've heard on a grapevine, to quote Marvin Gaye. But let us get rid of this, whatever this is, Apollo, little number buried in my closet. There's again a very nice letter. We got Kix over here. We'll have a little look at what Kix is selling. It looks a little bit laggy. That's because I don't have OBS as my active window. Recorded a bit more of chicory today. Oh, hello. What's up, Apollo? Thumbnail art is almost done. I will say I didn't realise until I got to this part of the chicory thumbnail art. Chicory has so many small like leaves and sticks and berries and things just like scattered around in the rainbow, and that is an utter nightmare to draw. But you know, I'm gonna do it anyway because I'm hard committing to that sort of thing. I don't think we want any of these, but yeah. I mean, we got literally the most two of all Tuesdays, and I don't really know if there's much else to say apart from that. I suppose it's kind of satisfying. It's one of the few satisfying ones. I suppose we could have 11th of November 2011. Did that take place on a Monday? I don't think so, but it might have done. There's about 1 in 7 chance. Actually, it's not really a 1 in 7 chance. It's actually even because it's not like random. It's either it happened or it didn't happen. I just don't know. So that means 50-50, right? No, obviously not. Yeah, I don't know. People obviously like these very sort of satisfying number days, and of course these this 2 day, the 2 Tuesdays is not really going to happen for a long time. Not until like for another 100 years, I suppose. Or if anything, we should wait 200 years because then we throw in another 2 in there. If anything, we need to make 10 more months so we can get more 2s in there. Because I mean, we kind of missed the whole 1 by you know, about a century or so. Which, you know, I can't really blame myself for doing so. These are both fake from the looks of it. Can't really blame myself for not being, you know, like born an entire century earlier. It's a difficult thing to really have much control over. But you know, we're here this time to I suppose participate in Tuesday, which I will say, I don't really know if people doing anything. You know, I suppose, you know, situation going on right now, pandemic wise, people, you know, not trying to meet up as often because if this happened, like I was gonna say, if this happened like 10 years ago, which obviously it wouldn't happen 10 years ago, you can very much imagine people just making like a Facebook event, being like, oh, you know, I'm gonna have a party on this day, or something of that ilk's gonna happen, or like, you know, celebrate Tuesday or whatever. And then you have a look and you'd be like, oh look, Pizza Hut's doing like a 2 for 22 pounds would be atrocious deal. A 2 for like £2 or something, personal pizza deal, and you'd be like, well, that's a bargain. Let's go get some 2 for £2 or something. Or you know, you rock up to like I don't know, Marks and Spencer, Primark or something, and they're like, everything is 22% off, and you're like, what? I haven't really heard anything pertaining to that particularly right now. It's just, you know. It's not really much focus on the 2s right now, I suppose. It's probably what I'll say, and we'll leave it at that because this is Animal Crossing. It's not really a news source. If you want news sources, you should probably go to you know, whatever trusted, reputable news sources that, you know, I don't know, like BBC's okay. BBC's good enough. But anyway, not got money or diminished. How terrible. I feel like Katrina just said a sad story, but I didn't really pay attention to like a grandmother crying because she didn't have enough food to feed her baby. Is that what it said? That seems a little bit much. But luckily here Katrina's to dispel that, and hopefully that is not something that will come to pass. I kind of want to see what she said now. You know, I'll open up a current recording. I suppose, don't listen to me. What one else do you say? Hold on. Meet this. Purify it for 10,000 bars as we continue on. I don't know. 2 I consider as my lucky number. Is what I'll probably say, because I do like, let's see, A grandmother and her granddaughter crying as they cradle armloads of rotten turnips. You know, that's a bit cruel, I must certainly say. But hopefully it's just a fortune which is not to come. You know, let's not do the same thing we did to Bruno with Katrina. We don't talk about Katrina, no, no, no. Nah, nah. Oh, we don't talk about Katrina, nah, nah, nah. It kind of works. Someone needs to do an Animal Crossing parody of it. Okay, I'll do it. No, I'm not going to do it. But, yeah. So, I don't know. I suppose if you're going to do anything today, try and do it in twos. Because the animals went in 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. Along the way to Noah's Ark. I don't know, but it was... Two's a weird one. I mean, obviously, two... lucky numbers aren't really a thing, or that sort of thing, but I find them useful in the sense that it'd be like, if at any time someone's just like, I'll choose a number, you can just straight away just go 2 for no apparent reason. You know, it's nice to, you know, not have that sort of paralysis analysis. Don't need to really think about it. If it's just a situation where you had to choose a number randomly, I'm just going to choose 2. Why? You know, I suppose I claim it's my lucky number, and I suppose in some ways it is, but I suppose I don't really see luck in that sort of way. In that superstitious way. I don't think of myself as superstitious. I like the concept of things like karma, and I like to believe it exists, but I don't actually think we do. Things just happen by happenstance, and there's not really much control over it in certain degrees, but it's nice to have, like, I suppose, the concept of a lucky number. It's such what a weird way to talk about it. I like having a concept of a lucky number, but I don't actually have a lucky number. How very pretentious of myself, which is not really what I meant, but, you know, it's because, you know, I'm born on the 2nd of September. 2nd of September, that is my birthday. I suppose that just, like, somehow translated to being a lucky number for me. I don't really know much more than that. I don't know people really choose lucky numbers in any other particular way. So if anything, I suppose today should be quite a lucky number for me today. Strangely enough, I can't name today's... Oh, I didn't mean to be skipping it. I'm sorry, Captain. I was just mashing. Unfortunately, the not title. Today is not day like 222 or anything. It's actually day 700 now. I think about that. I remember seeing that yesterday, and I was titling a video, being like, "Oh, it's day 699 yesterday. How very exciting! We're making, you know, almost another year over. We are about 20. Wait, hold on. What? 700. 360 times 2 is about 720. So about 20 days off from. That doesn't sound right. Oh, it's 365 times 2. So that's. I say, well, literally 1 month off from, I suppose, the anniversary, I suppose, of Animal Crossing for us. I don't know how that works out. Because it was released on March 20th. But I'm not... The anniversary is not quite on going to be on March 20th, because there are some days which I didn't upload things on. But I don't think it was 2 days I skipped out, was it? Anyway, that's neither here nor there. We're just here to chop some wood, get the Nook mission. Did we get the... We did not get a recipe, so let's go find a recipe. And, yeah, I don't know. 7... Well, I mean, 7 kind of looks like a 2 if you just, like, add an extra line to it. So really, it's like the closest number to 2, which is not 2. It's just definitively false. Because I guess both 1 and 3 are kind of closest to 1 and 3's. And he's got the same sort of curve with it at the same time. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. That's a numerical sense of a way of looking at it. We're not looking at that. We're looking at visual senses. I mean, you might, I guess, say 5 is kind of close. It's just kind of like 2 mirrored, which, you know, is a fair point. Oh man, this just brought back a weird memory of, we had a substitute teacher in maths, and this is a maths teacher I will say I wasn't particularly fond of. I didn't have anything against him, but he just gave me like a weird sort of feeling, and you know, but it's that sort of sensation you get with people. You get an inkling, an insight into people. You're like, I feel like we're not getting along. And one of the things he was doing, he's writing sequences on these boards, and we had to figure out the sequences and what they were. And one of them was the classic one of it's like a capital M, then it's like a love heart with an underline, and then it's like the letter 8, and then something else I can't remember. And then, or not, I can't remember. If you don't know what the pattern is, it's just the numbers just mirrored, and I figured it out. And then like I said the answer, I was the only one to get it, being like, hey, yeah, it. And then he was like, okay, what's the next one in the sequence? And I said the next one was like a capital M with a line for it. And then he was like, what's the one after? What's the one after that? And I said it's like a T on top of an O, you know, a 5 mirrored. And he was like, oh, that's not the next one. I was like, what? It's like, how could this be literally any other pattern than the symmetrical one? Then he said a really just, for some reason, not backhanded compliment, just some really like snarky line. I can't remember exactly what it was. It was like, oh, it looks like you're not so clever after all or something. Just something incredibly just rude to like what was like an 11-year-old me or something, a 12-year-old me. And I was just, you know, I took kind of great offense at the time. You know, at the time I was like, that's kind of mean. And now I'm looking back on it, you know, as a teenager I was like, oh, whatever. But now I'm looking back and I'm like, yeah, that's kind of like a weirdly mean thing to say as a teacher. I'm not going to comment on the fact if he's a good teacher or not, or a bad teacher. I never had him as my teacher for a class, luckily. But I'm just thinking back to it, I'm just like, why so vitriolic? You know, and he later found out that he got it wrong, and you know, I was rightfully like, that's exactly what I said. The next answer he looked at his answer, was like, oh, you know what? I missed out a finger, and I was like, that's what I said it was. So I get my own just desserts, I suppose, in that sort of way. But that just gave me a flashback to that, to think about the two being mirrored. He didn't even say sorry or anything. He just like, you know, he stared at me, that was about it. You know, I wonder what he's up to now. Oh well, I don't actually. Like, yeah, I mean, he's free to do what he wants. He's, you know, if our paths cross again, then maybe I'll bring up that story to him, see if he remembers. But I don't think, like, I don't even know his name. I don't even remember his name, and he probably doesn't know mine. You know, that's just how life do be like sometimes. But anyway, there's nothing really to do with number 2. I don't really have any fun facts about number 2. I don't know. Smallest prime number, first even number. I guess those are kind of cool. But you know, two is just like too small of a number to be, well, not to be interesting, but like it's too small of a number to have like some mind-blowing facts about it. You know, what? Like what can you say about 2? Only even prime, I guess. It's all related to primes. It's just too small. But to say anything about, in my opinion, you know, perhaps people who are much more like number theorists would beg to disagree, which is fair enough. But yeah, I don't know, it's just like intrinsic thing for me personally, where I'm like, when a number's like smaller than like 10 or something, the interesting facts about it are already, you don't need interesting facts about numbers which are like smaller than 10. They're already small enough that interesting, you see them commonly enough in the first place that no fact is going to be interesting. But when you get to like bigger ones, when you get to like 616, I mean, I don't really know a fact about that number, but still, like, imagine there was some really cool fact about it, like it was the first number which can be made up of like 3 cubes. Obviously it doesn't make any sense. I highly doubt that's true anyway. In fact, that doesn't even make sense in the first place. Because that definitely would be 13, wouldn't it? Anyway, that's not the point. Oh wow, we're actually running out of bells. I didn't realise this. Maybe we should start selling some fruit so we can get some money back. Or we just withdraw some money. It's not like we got like 5 million bells. We're not really hurting for money in Animal Crossing. But yeah, there's not really many facts you can say about 2, I don't think. And if anything, should we be saying about 2? Because, you know, it's 22 is kind of a main part of it, isn't it? 22nd of February, 22's in there. You might say that's 2 2s. Well, yeah, that's true, but like, I don't know, it doesn't feel quite right to me. I guess if February is, to be fair, is 2, but then 2022, I guess in short form you put it as 2 2. So that's 22 appearing again, you know. Why are we putting such disrespect on 22 here? It should be just as respected as the 2s that make up its components. You know, for some other components as wait, hold on. The whole is greater than the sum of its parts. I was like, I'm trying to think what the phrase was, and I couldn't quite pinpoint it exactly in my mind. But there you go. But no, 2 what it appears in that famous like nursery rhyme thing. It's not really a nursery rhyme. I guess it's more like a tongue twister. 1 1 was a racehorse, 2 2 was 1 2, 1 1 1 1 race and 2 2 1 1 2. I guess 1's kind of sharing a spotlight with that. In that case, maybe that's kind of like a moot point. Where else does 2 come up? 2 T Fruity, 2 Tutankhamun, 2 Tulich. I'm just saying words of 2 in. I really don't bear much significance in a whole grand scheme of things, but 2 2. If anything, I suppose 2 2 is the most 2 like word. It's 2 2s. Can't get more 2 than that. But I suppose I kind of really made that joke of 1 1 or 1 1 racehorse. Rhyme? I don't know. I mean, I guess it's a rhyme. Calling it a nursery rhyme seems a little bit like misleading, shall we say? Doesn't particularly feel like a nursery rhyme to me, but we'll do some fishing. I recorded 2 episodes of Chicory today. How about that? Well, now you're just trying to draw whatever sort of parallels to a number 2 that you can really find, which is just kind of like a very human way of, you know, trying to fit patterns on things which don't necessarily have patterns or don't necessarily need some sort of pattern analysis that comes to it. I mean, if anything, we got whole branches of studies to actually finding patterns in sequences in the first place. It's like, you know, and any numerical sequence you can find out a pattern for. Now the question is whether it's an interesting pattern or not, I suppose, is kind of more a human subjective thing. But human beings, we are very much pattern finders. We like to find patterns. You know, you give us a sequence of things, we're going to try and find some sort of relationship in between them. It's just exactly what human beings like to do. And honestly, I don't know exactly why, but hey ho, who am I to stop the sweet siren call of the human beings call to nature? I don't really know what I'm saying anymore. I'm going to be perfectly honest. Oh, we should go say hi to Beacon. So we can. Oh, I forgot to look up the NFC card things. I was going to go buy them. I guess I'll do that after this episode. I'll go look up which ones I need to actually buy when I actually purchase them, so I can actually make that Fawnhallow amiibo card. Because we've only got 1 month left until I do need Fawnhallow. Well, I don't need Fawnhallow to move in particular. It's not like it's a crushing desire or anything. But I do want her to be here, hopefully in time for the anniversary. She could even use one to move in, and then it'll be like, ooh, that's it. The stuff's set in stone. The only thing left to really do is, I suppose, decorate the island properly, rather than the sort of weird half-done mess we've got right now. But I don't know. I just can't bring myself to do it. After playing in Happy Home Paradise, so customization on the main Fawnhollow Island is such a chore nowadays. But you know, okay. Sorry, twos. Focus on the twos. Twos. Good for your heart. No. Twos. We've got 2 fishes right now. We got 2. I don't know. I mean, I suppose 2 is quite a nice number, I suppose, in the sense that it represents a lot of duality. I suppose that's not really the number 2 it's representing, but duality is more of like 2 things. But duality is always, you know, a very nice thing. You know, people don't talk. I mean, I guess people talk about singularity, but they don't. It doesn't really, you know, come up as sort of like an imagery used in like an artistic form. All that often, duality often comes up. I don't know if people talk about triality. That's an interesting thought. I don't even know what comes next. Quadrality, or is it tetrality? It's probably to do with the roots of a word. I don't know. Is it Latin? Is it Greek? I don't know. I'm not a linguist, so I apologise. I can't answer that for you. One of them uses mono, the other uses uni. I see. Mono, uni, bi, dual. I don't know. I would guess Greek if I was forced to guess. I wonder if triality is actually a word or not. I took my hand off the controller for a second. I was like, there's no way it's going to bite it in one bite. But here you go. If you don't know, you can actually define the words on Google by just googling define and then typing it, and then they can actually give you the etymology of it, where it comes from. I guess we should have searched duality, but triality is a word in mathematics. It's a relationship among 3 vector spaces. Let's see. It's Latin. Dualis. Ooh. Well, there you go. Now, what's the Latin one for 4? I don't know, to be perfectly honest. You know, we seem to like using these Latin words for things of 2s quite a lot. You know, you got duo, dual, duality, duolingo, duolingo. What else? Let's have a bicycle, I guess. But we don't use those for 3 very often. Like, it's always a fun fact being like, oh, you know what a truel is? A truel is a duel between 3 people. Something about it is a little bit funky. In fact, you had to use the definition of a duel, I suppose, to define a 3-way duel. And to be honest, I think most people just say 3-way duel. At least that's how he described it in the Shaolin Showdown. Shaolin Showdown. That's a great show. I don't know what I'm saying, to be perfectly honest. So I have a hot item. Should we go see what the hot item is? We'll go pop some stuff back in our storage if we need to. Yeah, but we always use those dual words much more. Wooden Store and Garden Bench are both very easy ones to make, so I think we'll do that. We'll hop back into our home. I keep forgetting we've got this pipe here, which actually leads directly into our house, which we should probably use a little bit more often if we want to actually, you know, wander over about. yeah, but we very much favour the duality sort of words, don't we, rather than the freeway sort of words. I don't really have much of a reason as to why. I suppose, you know, it's just like we need special words for things which come in twos, but we don't use them for when it comes in threes. It's just weird. Isn't that peculiar? Don't you want a little more wooden stool? Go craft it up, baby. And we're all done. And let us put the other stuff that we do not want anymore away. So we'll put our wood away in storage. Oh, I just realised we forgot to talk to CJ yesterday to actually get some stuff done. We didn't actually see where Pecan is. I wonder if one of the villagers visits your home while you're in it and can you pop into the pipe and just be like, see ya, I'm out of here. I wonder if it classifies it as an exit or not. But anyway, we got to find Pecan so we can actually give her a prezi to increase our friendship level. The sooner we can get Pecan's photos, the sooner we can get Fauna to move in, which is, you know, advantageous for us. Well, not advantageous in that sort of sense. It sounds kind of dismissive to Pecan, but you know what I mean. Yeah, let's sell all of this stuff. We have so many fruits. We can afford to sell some fruits. I don't know why I didn't put the hardwood back, but who really knows? Wooden stool. Make sure to get that to sell. I don't know if we can actually sell the boot, but we'll sell it anyway. We'll sell all of this good stuff. Oh no, it's forgeries we can't sell. That's a thing we can't sell. Oh look, we're almost getting at 22 minutes. I wonder if wait, you know what? Just for a meme, I'm going to end today's episode at 22 minutes, 22 seconds past. I know it's going to be about 10 times shorter than usual, but it's also because, I mean, today's the day of twos. Tuesday. we might as well fully commit to the meme, if anything. We've got about a minute left, so what can we do very quickly in a minute? I don't think we can even find Pecan in a minute, I'm going to be perfectly honest. She doesn't seem to be around this place. But we're going to have to get ready, so let's get into position, I suppose. And, yeah, I'm sorry for a short episode. Not really for any reason, just for memes. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares are greatly appreciated. Join my Dear Darling Discord, follow me on Twitter down below. I hope we see each other again, but we still have 20 more seconds left to go. So I hope you all have hopefully a nice, or an alright at least, Tuesday. A Tuesday. Tuesday. There's only so many times I can say two. There's not really much to talk about, I suppose, in way of twos, but you know we're getting there. So until next time. Oh. Bye-bye for now.